right, folks, we're back again with another wonderful episode of Batman Radio. That's right. So I'll give you all a minute to gather around in here, right? Um, Honestly, don't even know what I'm going to talk about, but my whole deal, man, is like, I got to keep on pushing forward. You know what I mean? To me, everything is about faith. This whole journey has been a journey of faith for me and a journey with God, and it's been absolutely amazing, man. You know what I mean? Truly, it's been the most transformative, most wonderful, just craziest experience of my life this entire time, and it's taught me everything. It's taught me so much and things that I didn't even think I would ever learn. You know what I mean? That's the real truth. So like I said, I mean, folks just got to understand where we at with it, man. You know what I mean? I already won. Like I said, moving on to bigger, better things. We're going to continue to do what we do always, of course. And, if you can't see it already, I do. First of all, God already told me several times it's already done. Everything, like everything for me, it's already done. It's ready to go. Like I'm going to get all my money. I'm going to get the love I deserve. I'm going to get the blessings I deserve. Everything is coming to me, man. And that's all I want is to, better my life and, be happy and in love with Christina. That's literally all I want. So moving forward, I don't know, man. It's excellent, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm always going through things, still going through it, but I just try to keep on pushing every day and have faith. I think everything is about faith. God really worked on my faith and I had to move in faith. Everything I do is in faith every day. That's what a lot of folks, don't understand. You see the good parts, you see what looks, pretty on the outside, but you don't understand my struggle every single day. You don't have a clue what I go through every day just to get up and help people and protect people and save lives. It's a lot more than you think. You know what I mean? Always, every day is hard, man, but you got to push, and when you love what you do, to me, that's the main thing. If you love what you do, you're golden. All across the board, you are golden. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, at this point, we just got to, completely focus. And that's what I want to do. I want to just completely put all my focus on God and Christina and the future and what we're building and, no distractions anymore at this point whatsoever. If you notice with me, like I said, I'm moving at a different pace than anybody in the world. I'm the strongest man and strongest entity on this planet right now, brother. Y'all better recognize. That's the thing. It'd be so funny because you got all these groups and all these people who work their little jobs, but at the end of the day, everybody answers to me. Everybody has to refer to Batman as his own entity because I got that kind of power. I got that much power, and that's the thing. God is showing me my own power and waking me up to my own power. That's why he kept telling me, remember who you are. And that's what these folks, they saw in me before I ever saw or knew. Folks didn't want me to wake up to my power, and it's all good because I feel like I was always powerful. I feel like it was good for me to be humble, and I think it was good for me. I mean, I was never after power, so it's not like I really cared about it. You know what I mean? I was just doing my own thing. Like I've had fun experiences everywhere I've been. Everything I've done has been fun. Um, I'm always having fun, always making the best of everything, always in a good mood, always smiling, always happy. And a lot of folks have been jelly, of me, always. You know what I'm saying? That's been going on, always my entire life. People have been jelly of me. You know what I mean? So it's a part of it. It's a part of it, and it comes with the walk, clearly. And it comes with the journey, and it comes with shining. I mean, when you shine, you know what I mean? People gonna feel some type of way, especially now, man. That's just the way of the world, sadly. And like I said, that's why it be tripping me out because all y'all really care about this social media stuff. But most of you, majority of you don't even get paid on this, and I do. That's what's crazy. Like I'm the last one to care about it, but yet I make money on here and I make check after check after check, and y'all don't make a dime. That stuff is funny as hell to me. It's just crazy. You feel me? Y'all post for free. You got all them fake Instagram models and all these so-called women, right? And you got to understand they be really wasting their time, every single one of them. Meanwhile, me, I come on here and I get paid. They cut me a check, homie. Good. We are not the same. Yeah, real talk. We are not the same, homie. So, like I said, I mean, they even got people copying that from me. Now they got people saying, homie, reading download came out today. It said they all look silly trying to copy your energy and match your energy. Like, yeah, of course, because they ain't me, bro. That stuff is funny as hell. But it comes with it. Really. I mean, it seriously comes with it. It comes with the territory. It comes with it. Um, it's a compliment, and I keep trying to explain this to y'all. Imitation is the greatest form of flattery. That's a real true statement. I mean, that's never changed. I mean, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? If folks are imitating you and they want to be like you, then you made it. You the boss, you the top dog. And that's the thing. I was meant to be famous. I was always famous in my own right. And way I was meant to be famous. I'm meant to be a superstar. And like it's so funny to me because they try and they try and they try you may and fail you will every single time. You feel me? You know what I mean? It's just like Batman said, you try to hold me back, right? Right? But you're weak. You're nothing but a hollow shell, right? You know it in your soul. Facts. Exactly what he said. You know what I mean? The way I feel every time they said that, I felt like that quote was about my aunt, Carly Fiorina. Felt like that was about her. That's where all this stuff come from. Her, all the other jealous family and people, all these people that are jelly, like all of it came from all these folks. You know what I'm saying? And they all in their feelings because you can't stop nothing. You ain't stopping nothing over here. Folks can't stop nothing. They can't stop my money. They never did, never could. Like I'm saying, what's up? What do y'all want to talk about? That's the thing. I'd be in such a good mood every day. And if we just talk facts and reality, I'm gonna stay in a good mood. You know what I mean? I don't know what's up with y'all, but like I said, I mean, we here to discuss reality, brother. And reality, I just keep on winning and stacking the W's. It ain't nothing. It's easy for me. Actually, you feel me? It ain't never been difficult for me. I'm a winner. I'm a champion. I'm the undefeated champion in everything on my own league. Like I said, was the champion in tennis, champion in baseball, champion in basketball, champion in football, champion in track. I was the champion in everything, bro. You know what I mean? Like champion in ice skating when I was little. Like, what are you talking about, bro? I ain't never, ever, ever took an L. I refuse to lose. Real talk. I refuse, bro. When it comes to street ball, can't nobody hold a candle to me. I mean, what is folks really on? What is folks really talking about? That's what I want to know. I want to know what folks have to say. And that's my thing. Like people should be here preaching positivity, showing love, showing support. That's crazy to me. Just like it's crazy to me that folks would ask me to do anything for them, but they won't do nothing for me. That don't make no sense. If you got it, share the wealth, baby. If you got it, I mean, we right here working a full scale career. We got three different options for you to pay me. I mean, if you want to, tell me things like that to keep standing, up to corruption, I mean, it's not your place because, like I said, y'all refuse to donate. It's not difficult, man. These people all got a little bit of bread and pocket change. You're wasting your time. You're having fun. I mean, I don't understand that. Why it's so hard for you to be like, yo, I got money. I'm going to donate this dude. Like, you could donate up to like almost $1,000, I think, like in a day. I mean, why would you not be like, bro, here's just $1,000 so that you can, do what you're doing and we can really fund this project. Like, you get what I'm saying? Why to me it's contradictory and it's fake. Like it's cute, you know, mind you, people can be on what they on, but that's silly to me to say, to keep doing something that clearly I'm gonna do anyway, right? When you're not funding me and supporting me and helping me. I don't understand that. I just think that's crazy. I think a lot of things that people say and talk are crazy. You know what I mean? Like literally. Like I think that most folks is not really with it, don't really know what they talking about. And that's what I noticed. That's why with me, you don't seem to understand. Like I only operate in facts. I always have my facts straight. Always. And if I'm wrong, then I'll acknowledge that I'm wrong and admit it, and then I'll correct myself. But I don't just walk around in nonsense, you know? Like that's the thing that's crazy to me. Like you have to make sense. You have to have your facts straight. You know, it's okay to make mistakes, but you know, acknowledge when you're incorrect or wrong and correct your mistake. That's how I've always done things. You know, like I said, folks seem to forget, man. I've lived in Tarpon Springs, Florida. I lived in Mableton in Georgia. I used to drive to Powder Springs all the time. I've been pretty much all over the map. I've been in a lot of places. I used to go to Myrtle Beach, out to the clubs. Was all over Florida in the homestead and the ghettos. Used to go to luxury malls out there occasionally. Used to sell CDs all through Dallas. Went to the luxury mall out there. You know what I mean? Like I've been through a whole bunch of stuff, bro. I used to live right there off Abrams, right? Um, I lived in Oak Cliff, in the real ghetto, the real Oak Cliff. You know what I mean? That they be repping and they ain't even really about nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's the thing. Like it's different when you come from the environment. Like that's what I noticed. Like folks always have to have an excuse. You know what I mean? To act some way. I mean, if you real, you don't need an excuse. If you real, you don't need to front and pretend and create a fake energy, right? Because that's what folks do. People be fronting. People be on some fake stuff, and that's why with me, I just let everybody know, and I continue to just like grow and evolve more every day. So I'm letting people know more and more every day, and that's me evolving and growing with God. And that's what you have to understand is this is the goal that you all want to reach. Y'all want to be like me. You need to catch up. There's no stopping me. You need to catch up and get like me because I'm moving through faith. And I'll tell you what, man, anything the devil got for me is nothing compared to what God, you know, got for the devil and what God has planned to bless me and help me. Real talk. You know, can't nothing stop me because I got God with me. That's just the truth. That's what I'm saying. Like these other folks, they just lost, and it's so funny how I watch them and they go through the motions, you know what I mean? And they're all like unhappy and empty and miserable, and then they wonder why karma just comes flying out of left field. We all go through things, brother. Like I said, I just went through some crazy stuff. We all go through things. It ain't that. You understand? Don't ever try to label or mislabel. Don't ever try to act like you can, you know, just volunteer. You know what I mean? Whatever your 2 cents is, I mean, that's why you know you have 2 cents because that's all you can afford. You feel me? See what I'm saying? You know, like I said, folks got to make sense. You know what I mean? Like real talk. Like I said, you know, folks talk reality in front of me. Like I said, when you come on here, it's the same rules apply. This is reality. You understand? That's the thing. Like, you know, this is already on autopilot. We gonna get our money. That's the whole thing. This is all business. Ain't no feelings involved, baby. Facts ain't feelings. They all done told you you ain't listen. Facts ain't feelings. We get paid, and this is all business. This is the mob. You understand? We already run everything, right? Like I'm the boss. I'm the Don Dada, so it's all business, baby. You understand? Like I said, we over 189 bucks for that next check off hard work. All these folks be acting like they and they feelings over that. That's what they do. When I'm doing well, it's oh, you doing good, so you don't need nothing. We ain't got nothing for you. When I'm not doing good, it was the same thing. Oh well, we ain't, you know, we can't do nothing for you. Like, come on, bro. Can't be serious, man. The way I'm talking is comes from a real place. I'm the last person to ever ask for help or ask anybody for anything. And that's just surreal to me. It's surreal to me that they could say I'm famous, but they won't contribute a dime still. That's crazy to me, bro. And I'm gonna say it like the minute that y'all put me on a podium or on a mic and I get to actually, you know, get congratulated for all I've done and really recognized, because that's how folks will do you too. Especially here, I already know they wouldn't want to do anything or give me anything probably, but God is going to reward me. I think God is going to have my name on bulletin boards everywhere. I think that God is going to exalt me. I don't think, I know that God is going to exalt me in front of my enemies like he's already done and continue to do that. So I truly believe that he's going to give me the real recognition that I deserve at some point, and it's going to be on a nationwide, worldwide scale. I think I'm going to be on the TV and everything. That's what y'all don't get. As far as, like me, I'm real humble. You know what I mean? But that's the thing. Y'all are just here on YouTube. I get paid digitally and I get paid on here, but like this is even going to be nothing at some point. This is going to be small fries because I'm going to be on the TV. They're going to be have to paying me like per episode. Real talk. That's what you got to understand. Like per interview, like they're going to have to really pay me because I'm not these other dudes. I'm not these Masons. Like, you know what I mean? The folks got to understand you have to pay me immediately. I don't even do anything until you put the cash in my hand. You're going to pay me up front, everything, not half, not a quarter. You're going to pay me everything up front or I'm not doing nothing. See, it's different when you're talking to me because again, I'm the mob. So, like I said, folks, is funny. You know what I mean? Like I said, like that's the thing. I'm going to get recognition on a real level for all I've accomplished. You got to understand when these lawsuits, federal lawsuits, get filed, they're going to have to pay me massive settlements. They probably going to have to pay me settlements without me even doing that. I probably don't even have to file lawsuits. They probably going to pay me massive settlements anyway. Somewhere, somehow, God is going to make it. I already feel it. Like God put it on my mind. I was thinking about it where he's going to give me the money to do it. He's going to give me the check. He's going to give me the money because it's the only thing that makes sense. It makes perfect sense. You know what I mean? Because of what I've accomplished here that's real. The work that I put in was not in vain. Like God told me, this was not for no reason. It all paid off and it worked. And that's what I'm saying. They have to give me recognition. They have to. They don't have a choice. Not just the valley. They don't have a choice, right? But I'm talking about the whole nation and the world. They're going to have to acknowledge my presence is way bigger than the valley. It's way bigger than this place. It's not confined to one small space. Like I said, I'm a megalodon in a pond right now. Okay, you better understand, bro. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Like real talk. Like I'm in a pond and I'm a megalodon, bro. Like that's crazy, bro. And God said, He said, "You a big fish." That's what the reading and download says. Said you a big fish that made it into the ocean. That's gonna make it to the ocean. That's the whole thing. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't know. It's crazy to me. It's kind of hard to hear a lot of it and listen to sometimes because it's like, bro, I've been a big fish forever. I've been in the ocean forever. I mean, are you serious? I mean, I ran everything everywhere. I've been all over the nation, but I guess they mean like I'm going to really get to a whole nother level higher than I've ever been, which is amazing. You know what I mean? And probably like operating worldwide. I think that's what they mean because when it says to the ocean, you got to think like, God and everything God uses symbolism too and phrases and metaphors. So if he say to the ocean like that, then think about it. That means like overseas. To me, that means like I'm probably going to be I'm not probably, I'm going to be operating worldwide. Like y'all don't understand. Like that's my goal. My goal is to have like my own bat caves, like, more so than what I've already created. I'm talking about real bat caves with like, $1 million cars and tumbler tanks and bat pods. And I study how to build all this stuff. And I'm literally operating on a worldwide scale. You understand where YouTube is just like on one of the TV screens, and I've got like 500 to 50 TV screens throughout the building, throughout the bat cave. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, and it don't have to be that many, I'm exaggerating, but I'm saying at least like five. Yeah, you got to have at least like 5 TV screens if you bet, man. That's just how it works, bro. You got to have a bunch of TV screens to look at your missions and stuff and your assignments. Real talk, you got to have that. That's what it is. And in the bat suit, that's proof for everything. And you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. That's what I want. Just the way it was depicted, that's what I'm gonna have. You feel me? Hi there. So I mean, that's what I want. I want where I can sit down and I've got everything in front of me and around me that I need and I'm good and you know what I mean? And like where I really got resources and money and I can go on these missions, you know what I'm saying, worldwide and pay attention to what's going on. So I'd be watching the news, I'd be looking, doing research, I'd figure out what's going on in this country, and I would literally just show up as Batman and go there. We're talking about like everything that was depicted, like literally flying, like actually gliding and flying and crazy stuff. Like that's what I want to do. And I know it's possible. That's the whole thing because anything is possible. Oh, that's cool. I'm glad to hear that. That's half of why I do this. So it always makes people happy. You know what I mean? I'm glad that, I'm glad folks are happy, you know. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's the thing. Like I said, the love outweighs the fear. That's why I told y'all like I want all the real people to type in here, because we already know what it is. You know what I mean? Like I said, you gotta just understand, man. The devil's always paying attention, the devil's always listening, but God is also always with us. You know what I mean? Like he said, he never said that it would be easy, but he said he would be with us, correct? You know what I mean? You people, really got to stop being naive and understand, man, that the enemy is always there, man. The enemy is always listening. The enemy is present a lot of time. I read today, word for word, it said that these monitoring spirits. It said these evil, wicked spirits. That's why they do these things and act the way they act because they always watching the chosen one. This is all spiritual, man, and I can see it because I've seen it in their eyes. You know what I mean? The dude who just caught two felonies, I could see it in his eyes, the demonic stuff. You can see in their eyes that they evil. And that's all it is. It's literally like a demon and they can't even control it. So, like I said, folks are just losing it over me. You know what I mean? And not even themselves. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. Like, I pray for people like that. You know what I mean? I pray for people that, you know, that God, truly helps them and that they're able to, um, defeat that, you know what I mean? Overcome that. That's the thing people don't get. I wish everybody well. You know what I mean? No matter what anybody's done or said, I wish everybody well. I wish everybody the best, man. And like I said, all my actions make perfect sense. I don't answer to you, I answer to God, brother. You know what I mean? My actions make perfect sense. That's why I got a full scale business running. That's why I'm able to wear my bulletproof vest every day if I want, and the steel armor. Steel armor I could always wear, but the bulletproof vest I wear, and like I said, because I don't have any felonies. Folks know what I do at this point. It wouldn't really matter because I'd be doing it anyway, right in front of them. And if whatever I have to do, I got to do to make sure I can run my business right and that I'm protected and safe. You know what I mean? So it's not like I couldn't build over the suit or something or whatever I had to do. But my point is, I've had to go through a lot just to get to this point. A lot. And folks want to underestimate that and not acknowledge that. And they don't understand, what I've been through. I mean, nobody could really understand, nobody could really comprehend. You know what I mean? So, like I said, my whole deal is like I built all this myself. Nobody gave me fame. Nobody gave me an opportunity. Nobody, rigged everything for me to win like all these other folks. Nobody, nothing. I wasn't given nothing, bro. I was just myself. And it's crazy to me because all I did was just stand up for myself and stand up for others and and train and work hard. And I just kept pushing. I just believed in myself as I do now and always will. And I believed in God and I listened to God and I do what God tells me to do, to be honest. That's all I do. And it's cool. It's cool that, I'm getting famous for that, but that's not my goal and was never my goal. So I don't really pay attention to it. I really don't focus on it. I'm really totally unaware of it. I really have no idea what's going on. I don't. I just know that I'm known to some extent, but I'm not aware of my fame at all. I'm really not. I forget every day. That's what people don't get. I don't even pay attention to it because it's irrelevant to me. My eyes are on God, like He told me, and my eyes are on the prize. I want to just make the little money that I can right now, and I'm focused on just getting by. Like a lot of people, like most of the people, we're in the greatest depression of all time. You know what I mean? So for me to have built something this amazing, and I'm building an empire, in this time, and this, I mean, it's incredible. It's a miracle from God. It's really the truth. That's what it is. It's not something you see every day at all. I mean, you never see anything like this. I mean, and like I said, my accomplishments are right there in front of you. I mean, like I said, like, I stood up to evil and I won. That's what I do. That was my purpose on this planet, and that's what I'm here for. So that's why folks is so funny, because they always try to do that fake laughing and act like something's funny, right? Because you want to downplay the reality, because the truth is, they all fear God as they should, and they fear me because I'm the son of God. That's the truth, like real talk. That's what folks do. They use that fake, oh, I'm laughing stuff. I mean, first of all, get a sense of humor and get some better jokes. That's first off. I mean, like I said, we can't win anymore, and the title is exactly right. And the truth, Batman is constantly evolving and progressing nonstop. This is the difference. Folks don't understand and comprehend. It's right in front of you, brother. I mean, I'm moving at an alarming rate and pace. Am I going through it? Yeah. I mean, it's hard, bro. It's impossible right now. I'm going through a lot, okay, because of what I just endured and went through. But I mean, I made it out of it, and I keep pushing. And that's what folks don't get. Like, I didn't just sit there, I didn't give up. Like, do you understand how hard today was for me? Today, just sitting down was like impossible because of what I'm going through, because of what I just went through, bro. I just survived something impossible again. This is why I'm telling you, folks can never get on the same page of what's happening in reality. Everything that was depicted are things that I'm going through. I'm the real Batman. So it's just crazy to me. It's funny because, bro, y'all could never fathom, man. Like, I'm not in anybody's hands. I'm in God's hands. That's the truth. You know what I mean? My life is in God's hands. I'm in God's hands, and I understand that fully. And is it a scary concept and a scary thing? Yeah, it's terrifying. You know what I mean? But it's not terrifying in the aspect that I believe in God, and I know God loves me, and I know God got me, and wants what's best for me. You know what I mean? But that's the thing, sometimes God gives us impossible circumstances to overcome. And that's what I'm going through right now. And I'm talking about physically. While y'all is all sitting here willy nilly and everything's easy for you, brother, it's harder for me every day right now. It's going to be hard for a minute. It takes time. You know what I mean? I'm trying to recuperate and bounce back again from something that's impossible. But see, you all don't even know that because you're unaware. You know what I mean? Like I said, my business ain't your business. Don't worry about my business. But I made everything public. I talk about everything because I have to. I'm not hiding nothing. I'm going to express everything and make sure people understand what I'm going through, that I'm a human being. You know what I mean? And that's the thing is, I would love some actual help and support the right way, where people, put me in a better situation all around, where I don't got to be like worrying about nothing, where it's not so impossible for me, where I don't have to do everything by myself. But that's the thing. I'm not really asking people for that. I'm asking God for that, and I know God is going to deliver. But that's the thing. All these folks, I just don't get it. Me personally, man, I feel the way I feel. I don't change my feelings for nobody. God knows my heart and knows how I am. And none of these folks did anything for me. I think it's weird to be saying anything to me. I don't mind it. It's cool. I love my fans, but I don't understand the mentality of not being able to contribute a dime. I don't understand that. I truly don't. I mean, you have three methods to pay me here. I'm doing everything under the sun. I mean, I should have people, investors. I should have people investing thousands upon thousands of dollars into me and what I'm doing, and that's all I want, is where I have enough money in rotation, and a surplus of funds and money, to where when I need something and I want to go sit down somewhere and get what I need, I can do that without hesitation, without a problem, and I can just keep working and doing this as my career, because this is my career. It will always be my career. You understand? No matter what, no matter if I didn't have a dime to my name, just like I didn't when I started this and half the time I built it. I did all of this without much money, to any money. That's what folks don't get. In my eyes, it is what it is. If I'm a celebrity, cool, but I'm just me. I'm a normal guy to me, but to the world, I'm everything. You know what I mean? To God, I'm everything. You know what I mean? To heaven, I'm everything. You know what I mean? And I understand that more and more every day. But folks just gotta understand, I don't have all the answers. I'm unaware of a lot of stuff, man. I'm the last one to know. That's just how I am. You know what I mean? Just like a lot of times, I'll make it look like, and it may not be me, but that's been my style my whole life. Like I'll make it look like I'm gonna lose, or like I'm not gonna make it or win, and then I always come through in the end. That's one thing folks got to understand about me. That's Ty. That's been me my whole life. That's what I do. I don't know why. That's just how it is with me. So the one thing I can say, don't ever underestimate Batman. Don't ever count me out ever. That'll be your biggest mistake. And that's why I'm Batman, correct? That's exactly what Batman does, the impossible. But no, it's not easy at all right now. It's actually very scary what I'm going through. I mean, and like I said, it's out of my control. What I went through was very serious. It's just simple as that. You know what I mean? So, I pray to God, and I pray to God to help me, and to have me continue to move forward, man. But I'm about as strong as they come. Sometimes it's not so much even about strength. Sometimes it just ain't in your hands. Like right now, it's in God's hands. Like I said, I'm in God's hands. You know what I mean? And that's the point. Like, folks don't get it, man. I put everything, into this, man. And it wasn't even so much this, it was just whatever happened. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, man. To me, it's been really hard, bro, because I've honestly been just wanting to get back to normalcy, and I wanted to get out a little more. And then all this stuff happened. So it's very discouraging, man. But at the same time, like, I understand God is telling me it's all coming my way. It's all coming. Everything. Like, I really need my money, man. I really do. Like, I'm asking God, I really need the money that I deserve, my inheritance they stole. I need my money, man. It's the only way that I can do all this. You know what I mean? For me to just continue to do what I'm doing, I mean, it's all good, I guess, but not really. I'm tired of it. Like, I want to get out of here. I want to leave. I want to go somewhere else. Like, and it's crazy because the reading and download came out today. It said, "You're ready." Well, and that's the thing. Like, it's just so hard being in my shoes. Y'all don't understand how hard it is being the anointed one and the chosen one. Like, they're telling me I'm ready, and I believe that's God talking to me. And I'm feeling like, I got let down. I'm feeling like this is how it's always been. I never understood any of this. I was disappointed most of the time. I was, really, really in my feelings like I am now about things. So, for folks to think that they can judge me, you don't, like Eminem said, don't ever try to judge me, dude. You don't know what I've been through. You understand? Real talk, bro. Trust me, couldn't none of you walk a millisecond in my shoes. So if you wonder why I'm talking the way I'm talking now, that's why. Because it's crazy to me that you even have to let people know this. It's crazy to me the things that people say. It's crazy to me the way people act. You understand? And I'm just make sure I stand on business. At the same time, I want to be happy. I want to be happy every day. I want to be calm. And that's why I just stay away from folks if you want me to keep it a buck with you. Yeah. Because my happiness, I'm good and happy usually when I'm by myself and alone, I mean, because it's not like any of y'all wanted to really support, I'm just saying, man, people is talking for free every day, but can't nobody donate no money. I mean, I need hundreds of dollars. I need thousands of dollars to do this. We're waiting on y'all. I'm sitting here every day, and this is quite frankly at this point a waste of my time, is how I feel. You know what I mean? And I already saved the valley. I already changed everything. I mean, I'm setting world records. I'm at like 324 world records or something crazy. I mean, this is a waste of my time at this point. Yes, I'm going to keep building. Yes, I'm sure I can keep getting stronger, but I need my money. I need my money. I want to get my bus ticket, and I want to get the hell on. I want to go build. I mean, I can go expand this to Austin. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of things I could do. You know what I mean? If I could go up there, I could have them take a look at me a little better up there. They got more stuff up there, like they're just, it's everything is just better. You know what I mean? So, there's things I'm asking God for right now, man. There needs to be a change, man. We can't keep doing the same thing over and over again, man. Like I've never been like this. I've never been stagnated. And that's what folks don't get. Like, nah, I'm frustrated, bro. Like I'm tired of this, bro. It's the same thing over and over again, bro. Like I don't understand it. I really don't. But again, it's not my plan, it's God's plan, and it all happens in divine timing, and I get that, but I'm just tired. I don't have any patience left. I don't. And what a lot of you don't understand is God's plan ain't pretty all the time. It ain't a bunch of sunshine and rainbows and orange sorbet. That's what none of you seem to get. Okay, I'm sitting here in front of you surviving the impossible time and time again. I mean, I'm trying to come back from things that I don't even know if I can, time and time again. You don't know what it's like. I didn't choose this, it chose me. You understand? I didn't choose this, God chose me. You got to really understand what I'm saying, bro. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I look at it, I'm like Superman in like the modern world, and it's just crazy to me because I'm not all, giddy about it. I just use the word giddy. That's funny. But I mean, for real, I'm Superman. I mean, real talk. Like, it ain't just Batman. I'm Superman to y'all. Like real talk. That's what he's building. I mean, I can't be anything else to continue to exist up to this point. I'm Superman. Like literally, not joking, because that's what he's building. I mean, you're talking about if I can come back from this, bro, I can come back from anything. And maybe that's what it's about. I don't know. Every challenge like this I ever went through, I always said, if I make it through this, I'll make it through everything. And then something worse happens, something harder, and it's been too much, man. I've been through too much, man. Y'all don't understand, bro. Like, I can only withstand and take so much. You know what I mean? But then again, I guess I don't guess, I know and believe, with God, all things are possible. And that's what folks don't get. I'm a walking miracle, homie. I shouldn't even be able to function right now. Okay. And I'm having trouble with things like even just moving, talking. I'm reteaching myself how to talk and walk right now. That's what y'all don't get. While I'm working out in front of you and it looks like everything's all good, it ain't. So that's what I'm saying. Like, for folks to, like I said, act like they don't understand. You understand perfectly. Again, what for me, I'm just at the point where it is what it is. Like, again, if folks have anything to say to me, make sure you say it in front of me. Like real talk. You know what I mean? And that's my thing. Like I'm here, I'm gonna make sure that I protect my life. I'm gonna let y'all know right now publicly. I'm protecting my life at all costs. You understand? When I'm going through something like this, and I tell you I'm going through something, that's not a situation where we play games, brother. That's a situation where people need to back up. Okay? Because the last time I went through something like this, folks was playing games, and all y'all were allowing them to. This time it's gonna go different. So I'm letting you know right now, my life matters. So I'm gonna tell all y'all in the public, make sure y'all back up. You understand? Real talk. Like make sure if you come in at all, make sure you come in correct and on some positive energy. Because my life matter. You understand? My life come first, and I come first. You understand? And that's what I think a lot of people got misconstrued. I don't know what part they got misconstrued and what they confused about. You feel me? But like I said, y'all don't know me. Real talk. None of you. None of you know me. You understand? Because again, if people knew me, well, trust me, they'd keep their distance. If people really knew me and what I'm really on and how I really run these streets and what I've really done and what I'm really about, people would really give me my distance. Trust me. You feel me? So, like I said, just understand, homie, I don't play no games. I'm not a YouTuber. You understand? Like I'm completely out of patience. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here, bro. You know what I mean? And I'm standing 10 toes down. I run the streets. I defeated everyone and everything. I'm a gangster, and I'm not playing about nothing I'm on. You feel me? Like, so, like I said, I just want to make sure that everybody, there ain't no one exempt, that the whole world understand what I'm going through and what I'm on and how I feel. There's been a lot of games that have been played. There's been a lot of things that have been said from people hiding and running. But again, I'm right here and ain't nobody said nothing in front of me. I don't know what the games are. I don't know why grown folks play games. I don't know why it's hard for grown adults to have conversations face to face. I don't know why you know, like there shouldn't be that lack of respect. You feel me? There should always be respect. You know, I don't know what's up with corporate America and all you fake companies. I don't know why y'all think you can tell people how to live their life, or what they're going to do. But it's about time that I come here and change all that, brother. I don't work for YouTube. YouTube work for me. Make sure you get that right. And I don't work for none of you. You all work for me and off my tax dollars, and I paid them. Believe me, buddy. So yeah, like I said, I'm about done playing games completely, if folks can't tell. So trust me, this new Batman you seeing, because of everything that's happened and transpired, this one coming back ain't playing at all. This is a whole new monster now. Now you got the real thing. And that's what I'm saying. It's gotta be God's plan. You know what I mean? It's hard, it's difficult, you know, it's practically impossible. That's why it's got to be God's plan. It makes sense. You know, as hard as it is, it makes sense. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm saying, bro. I'm gonna take care of myself. I'm here for me. I'm here for self-preservation. I was never about that. I've been about everybody else forever. I've done everything for everybody. Like now I gotta focus on me. You know what I mean? I'm number one. I'm the prize. So, like I said, you know, I don't know what folks is on. It is what it is. Make sure when you talk to me, you real polite and respectful, because I'm 100% letting everybody know. I don't care who it is. I don't care where I'm at. I'm letting folks know. You understand? Now I'm gonna start really talking. You know what I mean? And like I said, I got a mouth on me. I got $1 million mouthpiece, baby. I got a mouth that's built for, like, you know, reality, bruh. So, like I said, you know, I don't know what's up with folks. I don't know what they on, you know what I mean? But like I said, over here, this the mob. We don't play no games. Like it is what it is, brother. We gonna continue to win. I'm not on here talking. I'm on here putting work in the street. I do this in front of you every day. I get busy. I'm active. I'm a gangster. I mean, I'm the enforcer. I'm the enforcer of divine law. I haven't made any errors. I haven't made any mistakes. I haven't made any clerical errors. I've literally been like a machine this entire time, but I'm a human being and I got feelings and emotions and I've enjoyed every bit of it. And I've been happy doing what I do. You know, I don't know why these folks hold on to every word I say right now. I mean, it's hard for me to even speak correctly, literally. So keep that in mind. So, you know, what I'm tired of is people trying to hold me to some weird standard that don't make any sense. The entire behavior and the attitude is something that I just don't tolerate, period. For anything, not for any money, not for any company, not for any job. So I'm gonna say it again like this. I mean, this is the time of me bringing freedom to my people. That's what I'm here to do. I'm not concerned about what y'all got going on. I'm the one who's dismantling corporate America. I turn the game around. You Masons pay me. You already know where I stand. I don't have any respect for corporate America. Never have, never will. Okay, you all better listen. You better understand what's going on here. Real talk. And that's the thing. I'm here to let folks know and make sure that the whole world recognize who's talking and who they talking to now. I have no limits, brother. I don't care. I'm making a stand against evil. You understand? I'm willing to go through whatever I have to go through behind that. 100%. I'm willing to pay any price and any cost to make sure that God's will is done on this planet. And I'm living that right in front of you. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I'm just saying, you know, it's crazy to me that folks can't, you know, like you should be compassionate. Y'all should be nice. And again, you know, for folks to say they support me or be talking to me or commenting or typing in my chat or telling me anything doesn't make any sense when not a single one of you has come out your pocket to support me. You're not all that poor, bro. Y'all work, y'all got families, you got support systems. I don't have anyone doing nothing for me. It don't make sense, and you're not going to get on here and pretend with me. That's the thing. People want to talk about they people, they folks. All y'all folks are taken care of. Y'all live off the government. Y'all on Section 8. Y'all literally get free housing. You get free government benefits. There's not a need that you have that ain't provided for. Tell me when I'm lying. They cannot be serious with this stuff, man. I don't know what I don't know how you folks do things down here, and I do. It's sad, bro. I don't know what kind of community and people think that somebody's going to work for them or do anything for them, and they want to act like, oh, I'm famous and oh, we're all your fans, but they can't contribute a dime. That's crazy to me, bro. Right? So yeah, I'm not going to sit here and pretend with y'all. I'm going to tell you what it is, every single one of you. That's what I'm here to do. You know what I mean? Like I said, bro, show some support, man. We should be receiving thousands of dollars. We got a Cash App, bottom left-hand corner, PayPal, Venmo. I funded the Batman project out of my own pocket for 3 years, bro. I got a $1,300 bat cycle, 7 bikes in inventory, over 200 to 300 bucks each. That's about 2,100, right? Add all that up, bro. I got items cost over 4 grand. I just bought another item, remember, that was over 100 bucks. Brand new wallet, brand new pair of jeans. Got all these new shoes. Got all these new clothes. My homeboys got other clothes waiting for me. Like, is y'all serious right now, bro? I went from like $0 to $2 to what, like 550. Then I paid the phone bill. I think that's what I was at. Now I'm around like 450 somehow from a miracle. My homeboy just walked up and gave me $7 cash last night. I mean, you can't make this stuff up, bro. You know what I mean? The phone bill is coming up on the 5th. I need someone to help me pay that straight up. I need the public to get the funds. It's $55. It's not that much, and I need y'all to cover it, man. Like it's getting old. This is what people don't understand. Like I'm completely out of patience. I've been nothing but patient. I've waited on people for 5, 6 years and received not a dime and nothing. I've waited on all y'all forever. You understand? And I'm gonna continue to wait. But my whole point is that we need to get this show on the road. I'm sick of waiting. Okay. I don't understand who wouldn't be. And that's the thing is like, this needs to be in a light where people are, treating me right and with compassion and humanity. I'm going through hell right now. You understand? So again, I need to understand why it's so hard for people to financially back someone who's literally freeing them and helping them to escape the matrix. Because that's what I did. Y'all still talking about 9 to 5s and jobs. These people, remember, they was just telling me recently, I think a job would be a good idea. What did I do? No job. God told me don't look for work, and I stayed focused on this business. My next check at $189 plus already. It's going to be more than that tomorrow when it accrues. We made it. Do you understand me? My check coming January 21st through 26th. I got the rest of this month to keep on building it. When we have this chat open, it's only open so y'all can pay me, so y'all can send me super chats. We need money. I'm not greedy. I'm not selfish. I'm not trying to just get rich. I need money so that I can spend it for what I need to be Batman. I don't understand how that's confusing. Right now, I need another bicycle. That's the next step. Then I got to reteach myself how to ride a bike, literally, because I'm reteaching myself how to do everything. You understand? Folks didn't even do nothing, gave a fake apology and said they sorry. And I'm like, what is that? Like, are you really sorry? You know what I mean? Folks have put me in really weird, bad positions for no reason. Then folks tried to lie on me. It's just crazy how all y'all get down, and then for people to really think like, oh, we can all just run around and do whatever we want. Nah, you can't. It don't work like that. And that's why in the future, I'm clearly going to have to file a lot of lawsuits. Okay. This could be another one, what I just went through. It really could. It's getting ridiculous, man. I don't know what's up with folks. I don't know who told folks that they can act any way and say what they want and do what they want. I don't know who told folks that you can type online whatever you want, but you can't. You understand? Everything is going to be remembered. Everybody's going to be held accountable and responsible for what they say in a court of law. You understand? Justice is justice. You know what I mean? God going to bring justice no matter what. Don't you ever forget that. You understand? So me, I'm not playing about nothing anymore. When I'm in these streets, you know what it is. It's real. You understand? I'm doing what I need to do for me. I'm trying to get this operation off the ground and project just like God told me. And God told me to do it before December 21st. It's already the 22nd. So it don't even make no sense. That's what the download said. You know what I mean? Like most of the readings and downloads usually on point. You know what I mean? I don't know unless they just mean like the way I'm going. I don't know. I feel like I did it. I did everything I could this entire time. I ain't even took a break, bro. I work 24 hours a day every day. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm tired of the same old, man. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. I am not stagnated. Never was. Like that whole time period of being poor should be over. I wasn't never poor. It was something I had to go through so I could become this strong. And I understand it's God making me, but it's just, like we need to move forward. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm waiting on all y'all. Y'all got all these people in the public. I'm famous as hell. We got almost 5,000 subscribers here. How in the hell can 5,000 people not have $5 each to donate so that I can get some real money in my pocket and get this show on the road? But you see Masons who sold they soul to the devil like I Show Speed, y'all will put money in his pocket and pay him. But notice the same thing. Are they not all the same? Let's take a look at King Von, Tupac, Biggie. Let's take a look at I Show Speed. Let's take a look at Anthony Joshua. Who gets favored? Who gets all the government benefits? Who gets all the jobs? But we don't want to talk about that, right? Then they'll sit there and role reverse. I'm not complaining or whining. Y'all can do whatever you want. It's a cluster. Y'all are a literal circus, brother. Good. Feel me? I love it, son. You understand? I love it. Yes, I know you're in your feelings because everything over here is official tissue and legit. Thank you. Again, over here, we just remain successful. You understand? You can type all day, brother. Like I said, everything has been answered and responded to. Easy. Next. Yeah, we over here getting this money, baby. We over here getting money, and the problem is, and the difference between you and I is I got my soul. That's why I'm talking from the heart. I'm not on here playing. I'm not on here playing games. I'm letting folks know how I really feel and what I'm really going through and what it is. See, I don't got to get on here and lie. You understand? I don't know what you talking about because you need to go get a career. Maybe Sears is hiring. Real talk. Yeah, don't worry about my career, brother. I mean, come on, bro. You sound crazy, man. You don't control anything on this app, nor does anybody. And if anybody literally, basically, controls the algorithm, it's me. If anybody getting all the views, it's me. If the algorithm submits and bows down to anybody, it's Batman. So why don't you get that right, brother? Brother, I average thousands of views every single day. I'm sorry, but who are you? I mean, do you even have a profile on here? I mean, are like, what are you talking about? Can you imagine talking from perspective as if you've accomplished anything? Right. It's nonsense. So, like I said, we're going to continue to win. We're going to continue to move forward. And that's what I'm saying. Them folks, they have no answers for me. No answers for me in reality. Nothing to say to me. We just continue to win. You know what I mean? And like I said, that chat room is a place for people to type reality. That's all it's for. So, like I said, I mean, it is what it is. There's rules here and you'll follow them, brother. That's as simple as that. It'll never, ever change. You feel me? Easy money. You understand? And this is what I'm saying. When I'm going through what I'm going through, and like I said, they continue to allow this, it makes absolutely no sense. Nobody has any business coming to this chat room whatsoever. This is for love and support and for people to support me as a human being and what I'm doing. If you don't have my best interest at heart, you ain't got no business being a part of my program or anything I got going on. Am I speaking to you? No. Easy money. It's easy money, brother. And this is why they all in their feelings, because I make check after check and I have my soul. I don't work for nobody, brother. I don't work for you two. I don't work for you. I don't work for nobody. So again, what do you mean? You understand? Like I said, come on, brother. We got to make sense, man. I'm the one who built all this. This is my company. You just walked into my 5-star company. What's going on, man? You understand? Like I said, you typing to yourself, man. That's irrelevant. And while you type to yourself, I get paid more and God bless me. Easy. Easy. I love it, man. Like I said, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, come on, bro. There ain't no answer when you're not making sense. You got to make sense, brother. So, like I said, we continue to win. We continue to push forward. Then folks don't do nothing for me, make me feel no way, no reaction, no response. Straight gray rock method. It's golden, baby. I got the golden formula to just make buku bucks nonstop. But see, I'm real. Everything I'm typing is real. You understand? Yeah, reality is that I'm a winner and a champ, and you can continue to type, but it's not accomplishing anything. In fact, you're just giving me more documented evidence for my federal lawsuit. Easy money, baby. Yeah, again, make sure that you make sense when you speak. So again, that's what's so funny. And then, that's what I'm saying, to pretend. What is there to pretend on? There's no reaction or response here. I'm right here, calm as a cucumber, buddy. And that's the phrase, calm as a cucumber. Make sure you get it right, brother. So yeah, like I said, you got to actually be a part of what we're doing over here. You got to have a voice over here. You got to have a seat at the table. You understand? Pay the ticket price, brother. $5,000. Go ahead and do that. If you can't do that, we ain't talking about nothing. Sure. This is big money up here. This upper class, baby. You in the major leagues now, homie. Believe that. See, that's what I'm saying, man. They still on the same level. You notice how the people that want to give advice always in the worst position? The people who want to tell you something that's not true or doesn't exist is because they're still at the same level. A level that, I mean, they're at the bottom level. I mean, if this was a video game, bro, I'm like Bowser and you're like Mario at level 1. I mean, are you serious? Oh man, delusion is a hell of a thing, man. Yeah, that's what they all do. They all in their feelings. It's absolutely hilarious, man, because they can't stop my money, can't stop nothing I'm doing. Again, you should find another hustle and pick another goal. Learn how to build something. Learn how to do something that's beneficial, brother. Because let me explain you something. Reality is you're completely powerless. Reality is there's no verses, there's no nothing going on. And again, you're just finding yourself typing in a chat for some reason. This chat is for positivity, love, and support. You will follow my rules of my business and you will respect me and my audience, brother. Simple as that. Understand? It is not difficult. So, like I said, we the ones who make all the money, we get all the bread, we run everything coast to coast all over the world. You understand? Typing is irrelevant. You understand? I don't know what you're saying. Anyone can type whatever. What does that have anything to do with what's going on? We're here discussing reality, brother. I'm at 324 world records. I'm the champ. I'm the boss, Dawn. There's no question, no qualm about anything. Nothing is up for debate. I'm the one who had the bank accounts with over 300,000. I made millions every year consecutively, independent capital. I've never made a mistake my entire life. I'm what you want to be, brother, and I'm what you could never even come close to. There's not even anyone on here who's slightly comparable. Anthony Joshua, not even competition. Jake Paul just made a fool of himself. Andrew Tate, same thing. Okay. Chase Demore couldn't hold a candle to me, couldn't come close. Again, why does the culture continue to get favored, but you don't want to have that conversation? And again, you're not willing to have any conversation, clearly. You just get online and you continue to commit crimes. What does that have to do with anything? Okay. Anything you're doing is not stopping anything that God has planned or God's will or what we're doing. Just understand that, brother. I understand you're in your feelings. You understand? Cry me a river. Your tears are delicious. That's what I'm saying. The relevant don't waste time addressing the irrelevant, and nor have I addressed anyone or anything, correct? Exactly. Moving forward, like I said, it's all business here. Welcome to Sneed Enterprises, biggest company of all time. Like I said, you're talking to the Don Dada boss. I don't get on here and be fake. This is all real talk. You understand? So, like I said again, I'm not on here to impress anybody. I'm not on here to be a friend. I got on here to make money, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So, do you feel some way? Of course, you phased by my power. Again, I mean, you have to have an identity. I mean, if you want to be a villain so bad, I mean, at least pick an identity and stick to it. And it can't be hiding online. One of them came in here and typed today that he was Mr. Freeze. Okay. You're definitely not Mr. Freeze, brother. So it's just ridiculous, you know what I mean? And that's the thing. Like, I'm a mature adult, brother. I'm 36. I'm gonna be 40 in 4 years, brother. You know what I mean? When we over here, it's all serious business. But it's okay. I don't even mind. I'm not mad at them because that's the thing. Let them do it. It's all good. It make me change my energy a little bit where I got a sense of humor. Sometimes I'm being a little too serious, so I don't mind that. Let them do what they do. You know what I mean? But just understand, in my chat, you're going to follow my rules and everything's going to be positivity. See, that's the thing with social media. People can't learn alchemy. You got to take that energy. Like you see how he came in on that negative, whack, fear based, weak energy. You got to take that energy, say no, like I did, and alchemize that energy and then turn it into money. And that's what I just did, son. You got to learn how to do this. I've been doing this radio game for almost what, 2 decades plus, something like that, almost 2 decades, something like that, close to it. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's gonna be strangers that you've never met. You know what I mean? And that like they gonna have their opinion or want to type something. I mean, that's fine. Not everything has to be recognized as what you said hasn't been. We're not acknowledging anything you're saying because again, you have to have your facts straight. So to talk to me, the first thing I need to hear, number one, is I'm the Don Dada, I'm the boss, and I'm the King of all kings, and I'm the Son of God, and the Messiah. Even if you said that, I mean, it's not worth acknowledging. You got to have an identity, brother. I don't know what to tell you, man. Maybe go, I don't know, to the identity store. Maybe Walgreens sells it in like the pharmacy section, an identity. I don't know. Yeah. Oh man. You need you an identity badge. So call me when you actually get an identity and you're able to sit at the table, and then maybe we'll listen. Oh wait, we won't, because nothing you say ever makes sense. So yeah, there's some folks that they get online and they have, their issues and problems. It's just like the culture. Same thing. That stuff runs rampant in that community, but y'all don't want to talk about it. Again, I'm just pointing out the truth. Why do they get favored and then still complain? Why do they all hide online and say so much and talk so much jazz and write checks they can't cash, but Rob Rack is still in a Roach motel room and homeless? I mean, just explain it to me. These are the type of folks support YouTubers who sold their soul to the devil, like Jake Paul. Do you think I care what you support? I mean, who has more fans, you or me? Real talk. These people, they really, really believe in their nonsense. They really believe they accomplishing and doing something. Brother, I'm one man. I accomplished more than anyone in any group and all y'all and like than anyone, bro. By myself. That's why everybody's shook. I got them shook, coach. Finex. Again, you're listening to the CEO of Sneed Enterprises, buddy. You can go ahead and have a seat. You understand? Get out your feelings. We're here to talk facts, not feelings. Again, I own billions in equity, mansion, and estate. My own car lot I pay over $100 for every month. Mineral rights, oil royalties, 530 on my wrist. Got you pissed over 2,000 in jewelry. Okay, I'm the mob. I run the streets. I run every block. Literally. I mean, are you seriously coming into the internet in a chat room and pretending? Come on, brother. You have to, talk to me with the utmost respect. You know what I'm saying? You have to acknowledge that I'm a boss, and your acknowledgement would be pointless because again, it doesn't mean anything. Self-respect goes a long way, brother. You should try getting yourself some real talk. I mean, it doesn't matter who it is. You can have self-respect and self-worth and self-value, and then you would understand that's why other people aren't online typing random stuff in chats on fake accounts. And when an account is blocked one time, just go on about your business, bro. You don't come back on other accounts. That shows desperation and weakness. Okay. And this is the thing. Whenever the devil is moving like that, it's because you real close to your blessings. I already won. I'm safe. I'm good. And I can talk anywhere I want and do what I want. I'm free to do what I want, brother. You understand? Like real talk. Yeah, I call out people's actions. What business you got worrying about my business? I'm over here running a business. I'm at work. This is my job. So, like I said, anything official business, you come over here with it. Other than that, it is what it is. Y'all ain't never on business. Y'all always got some kind of other stuff going on, wasting your time. I mean, see, you get as far as the people you talk to for no reason. Your time is precious. Whatever you put that in, that's the commodity. Just like he said, time is your most valuable commodity. Remember, there was some truth to that. That was a fact. You understand? So, like I said, you gotta cherish your time, man. You know what I mean? You gotta cherish your time, and you gotta, make good actions. And if you don't, you just stack up karmic debt, and then God says, "Here's your karma on a silver platter," and that's what's going on with you. That's what's always going on with you. So, what would I care? I mean, again, I don't know you. I never met you. I mean, these are people who won't even get on camera. They're not proud of how they look. I mean, what does that have to do with me? I'm not in that energy, brother. I'm in an energy of positivity. I'm here to lift people up. I'm here to help people, including you. So the way I look at it, like I said, I feel like that's just acknowledging that they need my help. That's the way I look at it. I look at it as a cry for help. I look at it like you're saying, you need my help and you need my guidance and tutelage and my advice, just like my dad used to say, Finex. Because it's clear what going through. It's clear, demonic possession is real, and it's very clear those are the only people who would even put their fingers on a keyboard like that. It's not normal. So that's the thing. They keep trying to normalize something that's not normal. You keep claiming that you run this and that, but what do you actually run? What do you run? You're nothing. You're just talking, brother. Anyone can talk. Anyone can type for free. You know what I mean? But if we really take a look at things, I mean, do you actually have a business? No. Do you make digital money? No. I mean, what do you mean? Brother, we crowdfund over here. I get check after check after check. I'm in the position you want to be in. If you disgruntled and you come in my chat, why should I get upset or feel some way about it? Right? when I could just tell you what it is verbally and it's easy money, like I just did. Owned. You understand? I mean, if that's how you feel, like you feel that way and you can't handle, defeat or losing, I mean, that's not my problem. You should be used to it by now, right? That's what I'm saying. Like you could just see what their behavior is. We all know what that's called. Come on, bro. And that's what they do. They all get together, right? Like, yeah. And it's the same thing Breezy Brooks said. Like all of them. You notice that all of them have the same problem? All of them. I'm just saying the truth. All of them don't exercise, right? They out of shape. That's where that stuff come from. She said the truth. She was like, all these people are upset at me because, of that situation. Because they don't work out and they don't train and they just sit there and don't do anything. So, I mean, a lot of it comes from being sedentary. You know what I mean? And that's the point. It attaches to the title. So thanks for coming over here and bringing that nonsense. You just helped me and blessed me again. This is what happened. Every time that the devil wants to pretend he's coming or for me or doing anything, God blesses me more, brother. Man, you act real proud and tout some stuff. I mean, when you don't even have $5 to your name, I don't know who do that. I mean, you like the rolling 60s. Rolling 60s, the whole gang got indicted, and they guilty of the same thing Epstein and Trump did. Boy, stop it. They all practice that, brother. All you Masons get down like that. I mean, it's hilarious, bro. How you gonna be proud of that? Are you serious? Y'all got fake posing channels pretending you something you not, and you the complete opposite. You think the truth ain't gonna come out in court? Bro, they gonna launch full investigations on every single member of the Red Triangles. You understand that, right? They already are. These folks is on FBI watch list, people, as we speak, and they still got time to come type in a chat. That stuff is crazy. Yeah. Like God told me, He said they gonna be in prison. You gonna be on vacation. Easy money. Yeah, like I said, now is not the time to be talking. Real talk. Sometimes you got to just learn how to accept defeat. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to just see what it is and see when I mean, you just don't know how to win. And not in my case though. In my situation, it was different because I stood up against all odds and I did win. See, that was the thing, like that quote from the Matrix when they asked him, that's exactly how y'all are, right? Trying to discourage, right? Trying to plant seeds of doubt. Brother, every time you ever did that, it was a waste of your time. I'm not a person who can be discouraged. I told you the first time you ever tried that, you have the wrong guy. And you all don't listen too well. So you've now wasted about almost 2 decades of your time, right? I mean, how am I not winning and why should I not think that's funny? If you feel the way you do about a righteous, good man who's done nothing but save lives and help people and make the world a better, safer, nicer place, and I'm literally an earth angel and an angel in human form, and you feel that way towards me because I come from heaven and I'm a good person, okay, how can I not think that it's kind of funny, you know what I mean, that you're going through it? Why would I not think that it's kind of funny that you keep creating your own karmic debt and keep going through karma? That's why you're in the chat typing and making fake accounts, because you're going through it, brother. You know why? Because God is real, buddy. That's what I'm saying. Them folks is so funny. That's what they do. That's what the devil do. The devil think, oh, you in a weakened state or position. Let me come now. No, it's not how it works. Like I said, y'all do nothing but make mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake. Like I said, when are you ever going to stand on business, by the way? Because every time I turn around, y'all tucking your tail between your legs. You ever want to talk about that? This entire platform teaches them to do that too. It encourages it. It's unbelievable, man. Yeah, you got to understand, bro. I'm not tied to any rules of anything or any platform or anyone. Like, I do what I want to do. That's really why you in your feelings, because I'm a boss. I'm a boss for real, homie. Straight gangsta. I'm the mob. What's goody? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when I talk, I don't type. I'm not hiding. I talk in front of people, homie. Like I did today, like I do every day. You know what I mean? Like I said, yeah, famous this, famous that. I mean, that's all cute. I'm also, a totally different individual. I'm not going to explain it. That's what people don't understand. I'm going to take advantage of everything. I want the public to sleep on me and not even know who they dealing with or who they talking to. That's what y'all don't get. Everything is in exactly the right place, position, and it's all going perfectly according to plan, actually, because it ain't my plan. It's God's plan, homie. Like I said, I evolve and progress every day. You can type and say whatever you want. I'm in the business of doing radio. This is a radio show. So whatever you say, I'm going to respond. But it's at the point now I can't because you're not making sense. So, like I said, we can only respond to the folks who make sense and again have an identity. Again, you need to go purchase yourself an identity at the identity store, brother. That's why I guess that's why they always looking at my identity and they want like straight up they want to take my identity because they don't have their own identity. Real talk. Because that's another felony that they've all committed. 100%. They all guilty of fraud all across the board. I mean, do you understand that these crimes and charges never go away? Just because the system hasn't done anything doesn't mean anything. It never goes away. I mean, it's like the Holy Grail. It's etched in stone. Literally, it's like Braille, brother. You know what I mean? Like just like with Groovy Jimmy. Look at his situation. He's scared to get on here. What happened with him? All y'all was acting like you were part of something over there. Then folks is all on the same thing. Gigi Allen is over there, right, telling on himself. I didn't even realize till recently that he comes from that community too. So it also disproves the entire Cyrax concept because the entire community that's doing what they're doing concerning Cyrax keeps coming over here and telling on themselves, and I have all the documentation to prove it. So it's an automatic win in court for me and him. That's what you don't get. And the thing is going to be, like it is what it is. I want good people to win, period. I want the righteous to win, period. And like I said, I'm going to try to help him if I can. But he's got to change his attitude, man. That's the thing, because he may not even have a case. He really may not. I do. I'm ground zero. He's just trying to copy and imitate. And that's what y'all don't get. Like, I mean, it is what it is, but I'm going to try to help him, but he's going to have to apologize to me, number one, for real. And I'm waiting. Because I'm going to tell you what, Cyrax, I don't know what you doing, but I don't know why you want to copy me. I don't know why you want to be me so bad. I don't know why you obsessed and you can't get over it. I don't even know you. You have nothing to do with anything we do over here. You don't even come over here to talk. Um, I don't understand it. He tried to talk to me every time, and every time it was the same thing and this and that, and he never had anything nice to say or good to say. I mean, brother, this is my advice, man. I mean, you don't see me letting other people make money off me and my name, but you allow people to make money off your name every day. I'm just saying, I mean, how are we the same? Why are you repeating my words? You stream for free. You don't make any digital money. I mean, you haven't even taken any matters to court. Not that there's a rush or hurry, and I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm just saying, brother, you ask for help. You say that you want guidance. I mean, all that comes from God, first off. Second of all, if you want help and you want to do things and approach this illegal right way, the correct way, and you keep asking for that, why would you not have a good old talk with your boy Batman over here? Because talking about lawyers and all that ain't going to make a difference because all the lawyers in Akron, Ohio are corrupt as hell, just like all the cops in Akron, Ohio are corrupt as hell. It's one of the most corrupt towns that I've noticed is what I'm starting to figure out and learn. It's kind of like Green Bay, Wisconsin, what I went through up there. We've been in the heart of corruption, and I've walked right into all the darkness and been the light and came out every time completely good with God. What y'all gotta understand is I'm really a soldier for God, like I say. So this is what I do. I go into the darkness and I come out and I'm the light and I help people. I talked to Christina even, and I stood up for Cyrex, and I talked to Christina, and we talked about it, and we agreed, and I told her I want to help him. So that's on you, buddy. But you need to learn how to listen. I mean, I can't wait forever. I mean, I need to know if you're going to give me an answer, Cyrax, as to whether you want my help the right way or not, as to whether you want to make a stand legally and stand up to corruption the right way. This is what I do for a living. Okay. And we're going to be trying to crowdfund. And like I said, I don't care if I got to whatever continue to ask, like we going to get the money one way or another. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing, bro. I got all your crimes documented, all these folks, as far as my GoFundMe, all them comments that you left, all that is in my email. Hmm. You folks funny. I got full emails with tons of documented evidence, right, on the red triangles of all the federal crimes they've committed. These folks have been following me around for years. They've committed, I mean, they commit like 8,000 crimes a day and act like they're proud of it. And they get online hiding and they act like they're tough. I don't know what hood they do that at because they don't. I don't know where they do that at, but these people are silly. And the craziest thing is they're all like 3 feet tall. Like there's none of them that are really anybody in reality. And that's all it is. It's just a bunch of folks who they disgruntled because they was never the star. You know, they never got the attention I'm getting. They're not the good looking one. That's all it is. It's just jealousy. They're just jelly because they wish they were me. That's all it's ever been. But that doesn't dismiss when people are committing crimes. It's not. You don't get out of your crimes because oh you were jealous of someone. It doesn't work that way. And that's the way that all these corrupt ones have been acting like they can dismiss it. No, there's no dismissing it, brother. I'm taking it to Supreme Court. You have to understand, it's a guaranteed win. Any evidence that I have concerning red triangles or any corrupt organization, if it's corrupt departments, corrupt agencies, any evidence that I have is going to be presented to the court and the lawyer. They're going to have to acknowledge it and they're going to have to apply law. There's going to be a lot of folks losing their job going to prison. Okay. There's going to be a lot of illegal organizations. There's already arrests being made because the feds are paying attention. I don't actually have to file the lawsuit or take it to court for justice to already be had. You better catch up and get smart because the FBI is already getting them all on a watch list and they're going to have to make the arrests. Again, you wanted to deal with a genius, brother. You wanted to come over here and you wanted to type like tonight to a genius. And I mean, go ahead. I mean, what is it doing for you? Like real talk. Like, I mean, at some point, common sense got to kick in. I mean, look what it gets you. I mean, just more karmic debt, more karma. I mean, all these corrupt officials continue to get locked up and arrested every day. All these folks are going through it like the person that was typing right now. So what do you mean? You know what I mean? Like real talk, bro. It's literally it's like a lawn gnome running their mouth. Like what? In reality, they all like 2'6" and they get online and all of them turn like they're 8 feet tall and stuff. Like what? Like it's all right, little guy. We'll get through this. Welcome to the show, brother. So I'm gonna get going. I got better stuff to do, but like I said, I'm gonna continue to make my money. I'm gonna continue to just say the truth and expose all the corruption. And that's it, man. I love what I do. Like I said, yeah, I continue to evolve and progress nonstop. You folks are powerless, man. I have all the power, because of God. For real. I'm not after power, bro. I'm not after money, man. All I'm saying is I want to get this expanded and I want to get it built. That's what I want. It's okay for me to feel frustration, brother. It's okay for me to feel, period. I'm not concerned about how you feel, about how I feel and how I do things. I do things the right way. You would like to be me, all of you. You wish you were in my position. I mean, you wish you lived as good as me. You wish you looked as good as me. You wish that you did anything as good as me, and you just never will because you ain't me. But like I said, I'll talk to y'all later, man. Like I said, stay in your feelings. Feelings are not facts. And that's it. Our next check over 189 bucks. This live gonna make me more money. And we just gonna keep on stacking up check after check after check after check after check. You understand? There's nothing you could do about it. You know what I mean? And because I'm righteous, this is what I deserve. I deserve all the money. I told you we monopolized all the money on here. We max out every single check. Well, why would you think you can talk money to me when I'm the guy who lived off dividends, could have had limitless money for the rest of my life? And I put the yes to a no to reinvest dividends because I didn't want it. I wanted to help people. And I'm glad. I don't regret it at all. I don't care about money. What is money going to do for me? Is that going to bring me happiness? No. You know what I mean? Like, brother, money doesn't mean anything, not just to me, but in general. You understand? Money is just a tool to use to get something done, and that's it, and you move forward. If you're too heavily attached to money, I mean, it's that's a horrible thing. That's something you don't want. It'll bring nothing but bad stuff. And look at y'all, and y'all don't even have money. The people who want money in this world so bad, they never get it. The people like me who don't care, all the money in the world comes to us because God blesses me because I'm a truly righteous man and a good person. Y'all better listen and learn, man. I'm preaching, brother. All right, I'll talk to y'all later, man. Like I said, have fun typing, tapping them keys on your keyboard, and I'll have fun getting paid and talking and making money. Oh, and while you're at it, right? It's $5 if you want to type in my chat. So you did, so you owe me 10. No, sorry, 15. You left 3 comments, right? That were miscellaneous and made no sense. So this is how we gonna handle it on here. Like I said, totally unfazed, brother. There's nothing that you're gonna say that I'm gonna care about. And like I said, every word that I'm saying, you really do care about. You know what I mean? The difference is I don't care. Ah, for real. So yeah, like I said, I get paid every day, man. I do what I do. God told me you're gonna get paid to exist, and that's exactly what's happening and gonna happen. I don't know what you mean, brother. There's gonna be new opportunities coming. I'm in no rush, no hurry. I'm just saying, like, come on, bro. Like, we need the public to donate, man. That's all I'm tired of. The public don't want to show me no support. I don't get it. Yeah, we've had a couple of things happen. It ain't real support. I just don't understand it. I don't get it. But at the same time, like I said, I have faith in God. I understand that, like, I already know how it's going to work. Like, I understand that, like, they may not do anything like they never have for me. And, money wise, the right way, what they owe me and what they should do. But that's what I deserve. I deserve all the money. I deserve them to pay me. I'm sitting here defending and protecting y'all, bro. I'm doing the real thing. Like, that's crazy to me. But like I said, it may be like that and it won't matter because I mean, God is going to give me all the money when it's that time and it's coming right around the corner. Obviously, He already told me. So, just got to be patient, man, and wait. God told me to be patient. Like I said, I'm the soldier for God. So what I go through is God's plan. It's out of my control. I'm proud of every bit of it. You know what I mean? Like I said, these folks, you already know how they operate. What's that got to do with me, brother? I was raised totally different, brother. I don't have none of, I don't think like you. I got a very positive mentality. And that's the thing. Them folks, all they do is worry about negativity. And then you wonder why everything around you is negative. I mean, is it really that perplexing? That's why you in your feelings. See, you go and type in a chat, which is free. You're right. Y'all try to super chat in your little evil group and can't even do super. They like $2. Like all y'all poor as hell and going through it. And then you wonder why. Y'all want to rep the devil and act like you're proud of it and this and that. I mean, because he's done so much for you, but you're all poor, right? I mean, come on, bro. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, y'all wish that you were this handsome. Real talk. I mean, there ain't a dude or girl, woman over there that, really is making anything of themselves that's been productive, that's been successful. So I mean, what are you repping? Like it's just they're repping nonsense. Like you're funny as hell, brother. That's the truth. I mean, I don't think you understand that, just because we, call it the red triangles and this and that, I don't think you understand that you're not really anyone. You're just like, that's some sideshow stuff. You know what I mean? So I don't get it, man. Like they're very confusing. You know what I mean? But yeah, they take YouTube and the internet a little too seriously, so let them do it. Here I am. Here I am. Here I am again getting paid, winning, and telling you reality. That's all that ever happened. Every time that you say anything to me, I'm going to be able to tell you reality comfortably. Not like you, who's all triggered and pressed over me and my essence and my aura and my accomplishments and my energy that you can't handle. So you got to try to talk while I'm talking and talk as fast as you can. And you know what I mean? That's what they do. Like I'm talking, we're having a calm conversation, then they start typing fast and so I'm trying to answer and speak back. So they type while I'm talking, and then they think that's a big deal. I mean, do I not sound calm as a cucumber? I mean, what do you mean? Like, why is that so important to you? Like I said, y'all should really fix your priorities. You know what I mean? And this is the thing, you have a whole bunch of people in the public like this. that don't have their priorities straight, and then you wonder why all this stuff is going on and happening. I mean, it is what it is. It's not my concern, brother. I mean, I'm a grown man. I got responsibilities of my own accord that I've created. And, I own so much. I run everything. I run my own company. I mean, I don't have time. I got to be focused every day, brother. That's the whole thing. Like, bro, I'm 36 years old. I'm going to be 40 in 4 years. You know what I mean? I'm on point every day. That's what I'm about, being on point. You know what I mean? So I don't have time to waste. See the difference? I appreciate and respect my time. I cherish my time. I cherish everything. You know what I mean? I cherish every blessing that God give me. I'm thankful for what I got already, and I'm happy and I'm satisfied and I'm content. That's the biggest difference between you and I, is you're ungrateful. Real talk. So lesson learned, like I said, God is real, and you're seeing that right in front of you, aren't you? So yeah, I'm sure you are very in your feelings. You know what I mean? Good, you should be. By the way, quick question: are y'all gonna bail out Groovy Jimmy when he go to jail if he didn't already? Because I mean, that's prison time, bro. If he said he's on an FBI watch list, bro, for the highest form of crime known to man. These are people that act like they don't take anything serious and they try to act gangsta on the internet. There's nothing gangsta about being on the internet, though. The gangsters are in the street. They're not online acting like they gangsta hiding. So you had a fake internet thing and not even a career. And like I said, I mean, are y'all gonna bail him out? Because he may be going to prison or jail, bro, or he's already in there. You know what I mean? Y'all don't like to publicize. Y'all want to copy the Illuminati, right? You don't like to publicize your failures, but just like the Illuminati and the Masons, it seems like all you ever do is fail. Matter of fact, I don't know when you've ever succeeded in anything yet. That's what's so crazy to me. Like, can you imagine? Like, you know what I mean? It is what it is. I mean, I'm calling it the red triangles. I could just call it whatever I want. I could call it the failures. So just remember, I can change the name of the red triangles anytime I want to. You sure you want to keep typing and get cute with me in the chat? That's what I thought. So just remember who's your boss and who's in charge, all right? Just remember, right? Yeah, who really run everything? Who really in charge? Who really the Don Dada boss that you want to be? But I'm glad you came over here and typed, man. You brought it out of me, right? You brought the old me back a little bit, and I need that right now because I'm trying to heal. So see what I'm saying? When the devil come for me, it don't do nothing but make me stronger. They always say that the God lets the devil do certain things and move. I understand that to an extent now, because a lot of times I be looking at these enemies like, man, with enemies like you, who needs friends? You ever feel like that? Like, real talk, like, you enemies have blessed me so much, like that person typing in the chat. You know what I mean? Like, I got nothing but love for you. I love you. Real talk. You are amazing, because everything that you've ever done didn't do nothing but make me stronger. If it wasn't for you and your nonsense and your games, I would have never become Batman. I would have never got to this point. I would have never pushed this hard. So I feel like even evil folks, I mean, as crazy as it may sound, I feel like even all you evil folks and these minions and trolls and lawn gnomes, yeah, I said it. I feel like all of you are a part of God's plan as well. You just kind of the bad part, you know what I mean? You the rough part, but real talk, I'm thankful for my enemies. I love my haters, bro. Like, real talk, I mean that. So that's what I'm saying, bro. They just want to be a part of things so bad, man. Like I said, we got the Batman Obsessed membership. You obsessed with Batman, you should buy that membership. What's happening? You ain't got $50, but you want to talk about money? See, this is the real deal, homie. You hear how I'm not on here fronting and faking and flogging like all the rest of y'all on here? You hear how I'm not acting or pretending? Yeah, you hear how I'm not like cocky, conceited, or arrogant. This is all facts. This is who I am. Yeah, like I said, I built all this from scratch, homie. Like, how you feel it, like I get it. Like, how you coping with my success over there? Funny. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, be in your feelings, do what you do, and that's about it, man. You know what I mean? That's crazy because that's the one too over there that he always or I think it's I don't know if it's a woman or a dude. It might be a woman, but they the one that always talk to Cyrax and then they like earn Cyrax's trust, and then every time they be behind his back doing all this crazy stuff and he believe it for a long time, like, oh yeah, this one's my friend and they're on my side. Like, bro, you can't see what's going on in front of you. You know what I mean? Like, them folks is hilarious, bro. They having fake court hearings and stuff. That stuff illegal as hell. You can't do that, bro. What? Them folks just can't think, man. They'll do anything for YouTube. That's what it's about, because you have to take YouTube way too serious. I mean, these folks will do anything behind YouTube and to go viral, but ain't a single one of them gone viral in the last 50 years. The only one who became an internet viral sensation is me, Batman. And I did it the right way, conventional. I did it unorthodox, but I did it my own way. And like I said, everybody I'm sure thought I was crazy for what I'm doing here. Am I crazy now? Exactly. Point proven. And guess what? That's how God moves. So I'll talk to you later, man. Like I said, it's more money for me. More money. That's right. More money. Stay in your feelings. I'll talk to you later. Easy. And just remember, the self-made trillionaire doesn't have time for games. That's right.